Good afternoon and welcome to Tokyo Reds. Today we're in the beautiful Hibiya Park. We chose this location because the autumn leaves are absolutely stunning right now, so we thought we'd give you a look. We're pretty kind like that. Today we're here to do the preview for Liverpool versus West Ham United. And John, we've obviously had the catastrophe against Bournemouth. West Ham though, rather than losing a game that they were cruising in, they lost 5-1 at home to Arsenal, and they're coming into this game without a win in 5. Is this a good fixture for us after Bournemouth, or do you think, because they'll be so gutted, they'll be really needing to prove a point? I don't know who threw that one, Slaven Bilic maybe, but what are your thoughts?
It's one of them, isn't it? It's a lot worse for them than it is for us. You know, I know we're trying to win the league, we're fighting for the title and stuff, but they're just kind of fighting. It's almost like fighting for survival now, aren't they? And they've been absolutely battered in the last 2 games. Like, they've conceded 9 goals in the last 2 games, but between us and our last games, we've both conceded 9 goals. So it's a big game, I think, for both teams, because we need to rebound. We need to show like character that we've slipped up, but we can still do this. Whereas they just need some sort of moral boost, or morale boost. Sorry, not moral boost. Maybe they need the moral boost as well. I don't know, but yeah. So,
well, I mean, I would share that feeling that it is a good game for us because we're back at Anfield. That's been a fortress. We haven't lost there since January. West Ham, they will be down. Obviously, they haven't won in 5. The fact we lost to Bournemouth, that's annoying, but our form up until then had been pretty damn good, and especially Anfield, we've been so excellent this season. And I will ask, away from Liverpool, West Ham last season, I think they finished 6th, or it was definitely top 6. They got a Europa League place. It was their last year at Upton Park, and this season at the Olympic Stadium, I mean, there's been the violence between fans, but other than beating Sunderland there recently, I can't think of any standout performance for West Ham this season. I would say a draw at Old Trafford, but everyone seems to get that nowadays. That's hardly something worth shouting about, but something has gone wrong with West Ham. What do you think's gone wrong this season for them?
I think that the Olympic Stadium is cursed. I think someone's taken the Aztec gold and now they're cursed and they can't win. It's crazy, isn't it? I think last season their strikers were doing a good job. You know, they had Carroll fit for most of the season. Who else did they have? Was it Sacco last season? I'm not quite sure. But their strikers were banging the goals in. And this season, I think, is it like 3 goals they've had from their attacking players. You know, Payet again had an immense season so far, but it's a case where one man can't carry a team like West Ham. You know. Payet's good, but he's not. He just doesn't have it in him to carry that entire team, and it's really starting to show this season, I think. But yeah, I have no idea how it's gone so wrong so fast for them.
I mean, Slaven Bilic after their Arsenal, after they lost 5-1 at home to Arsenal, he even said, "I feel humiliated." I mean, I was reading this morning their co-owner David Sullivan, he has backed Bilic. He said he had a great season last season. And in fairness, they did. They beat us 3 times. They hadn't won at Anfield since the 60s, and they beat us quite convincingly last season. Lovren did have a shocker. But, I mean, I don't know what's going on with them. I do agree with you. Something seems to have gone wrong with the Olympic Stadium. But on to the next point. I'm going to ask, who are our key men? Back to Liverpool. Who are our key men going into this game?
I think it was good to see Lallana come back in that last game. I think, we always say it, like, his pressing, his game is so crucial to how we play, and it might be interesting if Coutinho isn't back to play, maybe remove Origi and play Lallana in a more advanced role, or maybe even Wijnaldum in a more advanced role. Just because we really need Lallana in that midfield, I feel that he's so good at, like, breaking up play and helping build up attacks as well. You know, as Paul said in 2 videos ago, it's when we've got these players on the pitch, it's like an extra goal on the pitch, basically. So we have Lallana, it's an extra goal in Lallana, Coutinho, extra goal. And I think it's crucial that we get them back, because just from last week's performance, we need to score goals. We need to score 5 or 6 goals just to be safe, which is crazy. So yeah, so for me it's our attack that are key plays.
I would agree with that, because it's one of those, we can score more than you. And normally that's been the case, that, you know, Watford 6-1, there's Bournemouth last week, unfortunately it wasn't the case, where even though we scored 3, our defence was that bad. But as you mentioned, I do agree, if we had Coutinho, if we had Lallana, we could have won that like 6-3, or, you know, it could have been that higher scoreline. For me personally, I agree with you, Lallana is very key. I think keeper Origi, he scored 3 and 3. I know the last one was defeat, but he has scored 3 and 3. He's been very good at breaking up defences. He's on a bit of a run now. Hopefully Mane's fit for the game. Firmino, I look at our attack and I do see them as the key men. And regarding the back, would you make any changes in the defence after the last game, or keep it the same?
I mean, I don't know how long Matip's out for. What happened with Clavin? Was he... Yeah, I don't know, because I'd rather just have, like, defenders in the defence. As crazy as that sounds, you know, it's not against Lucas, and I'm not saying he had a particularly bad game, but he's just not a defender, you know. It's just, you need that kind of solid experience at the back, and I think that's what we lack. That's the one thing, like, up front, those players are always playing with each other. Midfield always playing with each other, but the defenders seem to kind of come in and out, and so there's not that real not that consistency that I think we need, and it's starting to really show, because we're conceding so many goals. So yeah, we just need either Matip obviously to come back, but maybe give Clavin a go just to see what he can do.
So Karius in goal, Klein right back, Milner left back, Lovren and Clavin.
Yeah, I'd like to see that, because like we said, obviously they're still dangerous, but their strikers haven't really been up to much in the West Ham games. So I think it's maybe a good game to play him, give him a chance, you know, just to fulfill his role as that kind of makeshift centre-back. You know, he's only going to play these type of games where the others are injured. So I'd like to see an actual centre-back at centre-back.
How about the midfield? Would you make any changes there?
Not really. Obviously, if Lallana's fit, I'd probably put him over Chan. I know it's really not justified, because Chan scored so many goals recently, but like I've said, he just does the whole gegenpressing much better than anyone I've seen in that team, to be honest with you. Maybe Firmino actually is really good at it as well, but Lallana just embodies that philosophy.
And that's why I think, as much as I like Chan, and as you say, he's been good recently, but Lallana, he fits into Klopp's system much more, and that's what Klopp wants. But up front, any changes?
Like I said, if in order maybe for Lallana and Chan to get a game, I'd drop Origi and play like Firmino as like the false 9, like we've been doing. But then, like you said, that's kind of unfair too, because Origi's got 3 goals, right? So it's hard to see what changes to make. So maybe actually it might, as mad as it sounds, because we just lost by 4 goals, but maybe not change anything, because I don't really think we had a particularly bad game. It was just 4 bad moments. As you know, I know it sounds stupid, but I thought they were unlucky with some of their chances in the Bournemouth game. So it's slightly unfair to remove any of the players, maybe.
I would agree with that. I mean, as weird as that sounds, like the first half, we were so good. We really played well, and the system for the most part that has worked. I mean, people were being critical, saying, "Oh, Liverpool aren't going to win the league," or, you know, Liverpool, they're at it again, they're making these mistakes. But I just want to throw in, that was our first defeat since the Burnley game, which was our 2nd match of the season. Since then, we've been unbeaten. We've been winning the majority of our games. And Anfield, we're back at Anfield. That's been a fortress for us. We have not lost there since January. We've won the majority of those games. We beat Dortmund in that time. So actually, the system has been working for the most part. It was just a bad day. It was almost like just a bad 20 minutes. But on to the next point. West Ham, who are their key danger men for this match?
It's Payet, isn't it? It's like danger man. It's just Payet is the one to look out for. I feel he's so much better than that team. like he deserves to be in the top flight team. I mean, despite his age, because he's coming to the end of his career now, right? He's like 29, 30 or something like that. But yeah, he's phenomenal. I'd like him at Liverpool. Besides that, Antonio, is it?
Yeah, 6 goals.
Yeah, he's been banging them in, but their midfield is really their threat, because like we said, like their strikers just haven't been putting the shift in this season, but their midfield have been making up for it, even though they're so low in the team. They haven't been making up for it that much, but they've kept them afloat. So, yeah.
They've kept them afloat, and I would say I'd agree. I mean, Payet is the main danger man. Obviously, Antonio scored 6 for them. Carroll, he can do a job, but as long as we keep a man on him, he's not really much of a threat for pace. It's mostly set pieces where I think he would be a danger. But other than that, I agree. Payet, we've just got to watch him. We've really got to keep men close to him every time they have possession. But other than that, I can't see too many threats. And now, on to our favourite part of the show, predictions. What is your prediction for this game, John?
It's going to be crazy, I reckon. It's going to be something like 4-3, I reckon. I'd say it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think hopefully we'll bounce back after the defeat and we'll beat them. I do think, obviously, they'll want to go for this game, and Bournemouth will show them that, we're not unbeatable. We're not, even though we're playing the best football at the moment, we can be got at. We can win, not like the lay down and die attitude that Moyes is so fond of. But but yeah, so I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be about 4-3 to us, though. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go for a slightly different prediction. I'm going to go for Liverpool win as well, but I think it's going to be 4-0 to us, because I think, similar to after the Burnley game, there's going to be such a need for a reaction from Liverpool. We're back at Anfield. The fans are going to be behind us. We know we're 4 points off Chelsea now, and we want to keep on their coattails as much as we can. This is the first chance to respond to the defeat at Bournemouth, and the players, I think they'll be itching to just get back on the pitch and just put things right. I think we'll go very attacking. West Ham, because of their recent form, if we get an early goal, if we can at least take the lead before half-time, I think we can do a lot of damage. So I would actually say 4-0. I think we'll be tighter at the back. They will come at us, but I don't think they have that many threats. As long as we don't do anything stupid, like give away penalties like we did against Bournemouth, I think we could really hammer them.
I agree. It's about just maintaining that attack, because we can't sit back. We've shown that time and time again. We've just got to keep on at them, keep on attacking them, and hopefully score a lot of goals.
Well, obviously, tell us your thoughts. What are your predictions? Maybe you agree with us, maybe you disagree. And everyone, if you're watching, Hibiya Park is beautiful. If you're in Tokyo, or even if you're not, strongly recommend a visit. Really beautiful place. It's not that far from the Imperial Palace as well, not too far from Tokyo Station. It's a lot of nice places around here. It's a really beautiful time to be here. It's clear blue skies. And yeah, guys, if you like what you see, please like, share and subscribe. Tell your friends, even tell people who aren't your friends, just tell strangers. Why not? Yeah, guys, thanks very much.
Peace.